So without taking much time, I would like to invite Mr. Shantanu Khandelwal, a cybersecurity expert from Singapore, to give a presentation. Over to you.
Hello, everyone. I hope I'm audible. My name is Shantanu, and I'll be speaking about cloud tunnels and its adversarial use. Right. So we have had a lot of talks here today regarding, how can we secure our environment, how can we, progress our cybersecurity journey. But let's look at the things on how adversaries or attackers look at the environment, and most importantly, how do they hide within your environment, right? So attackers have this nasty habit of hiding in your environment, right? So with the cloud now, this has become more difficult to detect, and since it's cloud now, the attacks are more faster, and it blends within your environment so well that you can't even detect it, because all of your own technology is also using cloud. How do I change? Good. I have no idea. Okay. No, but it's not clicking.
Chirag, it has come, no?
Okay, yeah. Okay, thanks.
Or can you change it from there, Chirag?
Okay, it's here. I think it's here. This one, right? This one. So this is next. Okay, cool. Okay, so who am I? My name is Shantanu. I have a master's degree in cybersecurity and incident response, and it is from one of the premier institutes where you can learn cybersecurity. It's called National Forensic Science Institute, inaugurated by our own Prime Minister Narendra Modi. He has been, very progressive about this university, and this university only offers very highly skilled degree courses. Right. I have had a lot of certifications. I'll not go through that. I'm a director of cybersecurity services at Aon, and you can also read some of my my findings or my research on redteam.cafe. Right. So before I continue, let me put a disclaimer that I will be taking some names of organizations of cloud providers who are being used, or who will I'll show demo of probably, or I'll show photographs of. That doesn't mean I'm shaming them or naming them. This is just how adversaries think of the cloud infrastructure. So please do not mind that, and of course also I'm not representing my company here as well. Okay, so we are going to talk about a few things today. So, what are cloud tunnels? Then we'll look at like which companies are like most leading providers here. Then, how can we use cloud for phishing, which is, which is the the largest attack surface that you have. Then we'll talk about some redirectors, VPN, and then we'll basically come up with something which is we'll come up with an attack surface which is already provided by Microsoft as well, and then we'll talk about some new techniques which are on the horizon, which will make detection a lot more difficult than you might even think. Okay, so what is a cloud tunnel? Right. So cloud tunnel, you can think of a tunnel as a way for you to to publish something, or to publish something on the internet, right? So let's say you are a developer, or you are just a home user, or you have a kid who wants to put a simple website on the internet. Now, so in previous days, what you had to do is go on a cloud provider like DigitalOcean, AWS, and then buy a server, and then they will host your website. But these days, if you have a stable internet connection, you don't even need that. You can host your own website on your own system, and then you will not have to pay any charges for hosting your website. So this is quite nice. So this is what Cloud Tunnel provides. Uh, what else does it provide is about the mechanism that all the traffic can come in from the internet to your own system, and then you can respond to those connections coming from your system. So this is made to do two things. I think you have heard of the term called as uh, let's remove the VPN and then come and then let's have like zero trust network, right? So these tunnels basically remove the use of VPNs, because now you can directly come directly to the application which you want to authenticate to, rather than you have to connect to a VPN first and then come to the application, right? So this is what cloud tunnels help us with. I hope you understand that. Okay, so now let's think that we have a simple website. How does it work, right? So there will be a tunnel, and then that tunnel basically spreads your website to a different to different regions, so that a user, if they go to example.com, then they will be able to reach to your website at a very high speed, because now it's in cloud, and it has a lot of availability, right? So now you don't need a server on the internet. Okay, so let's look at the good tunnel providers, and there are a lot more. I mean, I checked this awesome tunneling link which I've provided here. You can probably find around 30 to 40 commercial providers, and then there are self-hosted ones as well, right? So the ones which are notoriously popular are ngrok, servio, zero tier, right? So these have been around for a while, like let's say 5 to 6 years. But the new ones which are on the block are tailscale funnels, cloudflare tunnels, nebula, which are basically, so cloudflare tunnels are being used by basically everyone I know. Tailscale funnel are promoting their product as zero uh, zero configuration VPN. So new companies are basically taking them, and Nebula is being used by Slack, right? So basically, these guys are everywhere, and then you will not be able to block them. So that's what I'm trying to tell you, that cloud, uh, when there's a cloud, you will not be able to block everyone, because you don't want to stop using Tailscale, you don't want to stop using Slack, you don't want to use block using Cloudflare, because if you stop using Cloudflare, half of the internet is down, right? So let's go to how adversaries can use these tunnels, right? So I talked about you can host a website, but what if that website is a phishing website, right? So now that's a phishing website. No server holds the contents of the website. It is so secure that not even the scanners can see what you are hosting. So it isn't it the best thing in the whole world. And the best thing, what you can also add is that let's add an OTP. So whoever visits that page, they will receive an OTP. They will put in that OTP, and then they will have a feeling of authentication, that I have been authenticated to this page. This is something which was built for me, right? So here on the left you can see uh, 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 a login page which is by default provided by Cloudflare when you set up a Cloudflare tunnel, right? And uh, on the right I've put a page says it works, but basically you can put anything which you want to put, right? So for example, let's say you receive an email, and then they will ask you to put in your email address. Here I'm not asking for your password, here I'm asking for your email address. Once you put in your email address, you will basically receive an OTP from Cloudflare. This is not some OTP sent by some random phishing server. This is something sent by Cloudflare, which has high um, chances of landing into your email or inbox, and then you'll put in that OTP. Then you'll have a feeling of authentication. This is all done by Cloudflare for free. And then once you have that authentication feeling, then you can come on the phishing page and probably provide me your credentials as well, right? So that's how you can use this cloud technology, and then you don't even have to have a server on the internet. This is for free. You can basically go out right now and host something like this, and then you will not be able to detect it. And one more thing which I didn't mention is that the login screen which you see is the only thing which scanners will see. So all of your next gen AI scanners of your phishing page website scanners will not be able to detect anything here, because on the first page there is nothing to be fished about. It's a very high reputation page. It is being used by like thousands and thousands of customers. This is high reputation. There is no phishing happening here. Phishing will only happen after authentication, which none of or none of the AI providers which I have seen are detecting upon. Okay, so similar concept applies to a redirector as well. I'll not go into a lot of details about what is a redirector, but basically, when there is a command and control basically means that how attackers control your computer, right? So similar thing happens, right? So previously, attackers used to uh, s- host a command and control center on the cloud, and then they use that command and control center to control your laptop or control your PC. But since again you don't need a cloud server now, because you can basically host everything on your system. Now you can have a command and control center based on your own laptop, and you don't need the money to host it, and then you probably will not be able to find it and then block it as well. The same concept applies here as well. I'm not going to go into details. I'll just forward this. And then, so this is something which is used by redirector. I'll probably go into a bit of details in this slide. So when you see that page, right? So of course, your malware or the attacker's malware will also see that page. So how does the malware bypass that page, right? So in the malware, it is very much possible to have these two headers. Once you configure these headers inside the malware will go straight through the to the page, and then it will go to your malware server. But when a normal person like you or me or your malware analysts who or your SOC team, when they visit, they will again see that authentication page, and then they'll not be able to identify what is happening behind that Cloudflare page. So this is some good technology. I'm probably trying to show here, how to use Cobalt Strike, which is a very common command and control center. I'm sure you must have heard about it. So I'm just trying to show here how to use that. I think we don't have a lot of time, so I'll just keep it very short. So as I told you, all of your SOC team, all of your malware analysts will probably only see this page. But then since the malware has these two headers configured in, they will not see this page, and it will probably just go to your own malware server, and then you'll be having a very nice time attacking the organization, right? Okay, so this is just again same thing. Um, uh, and then all these companies keep saying that you don't need a VPN now. Now you must use that zero trust thing. But how about you use this Cloudflare technology to even get a VPN on your network with high speed connectivity, and basically again you don't need anything on the internet, right? So you can use a similar technology. They have an option there to to just put a private network there. If I put a private network there, which is I think 10.10.10.0.24, just for demonstration, and if an agent which does not require any admin privileges, again Cloudflare is very much known. It will not be getting detected by any of your defenders, your AV, your next gen, any firewalls, anything, because it has high reputation. So if I put this what's that called, network configuration into the cloud, it will basically provide me a VPN, and it doesn't even need admin. So those who lock think that I can't install a VPN or a or a VPN software on the laptop. Now I can basically get a full high speed VPN to the network as well. Right. So, I mean, since we have seen that all of the phases, basically, this technology can be abused to uh, this technology can be abused by attackers. How about Microsoft just comes up with something which you can use as a C2 infrastructure, or a hacking server already, right? So a lot of people must have heard about VS Code. VS Code is a software again which is provided by Microsoft, signed binary, again high reputation binary, which is used by developers to write code, right? So it is like known and used by thousands and thousands of people on the earth. And then you can basically deploy this by this simple PowerShell script. You can see that I'm showing a defender page saying no virus detected. But if you run this page, the attacker can run commands on your system. Here I'm running who am I, but then they can run all the commands on the server, and then you can also see the whole directory listing of that compromised system as well, right? So this is how an attacker can use can use high reputation servers, high reputation tools to infiltrate into your network, and this is all being used by cloud. So it means that there will be high resiliency, it will be high availability as well. Okay, so there's a new technology which has also come in the horizon, which is from Cloudflare again. It is called encrypted hello. So previously, what used to happen is that we have these next gen firewalls which can detect which website we are going to. There's a full packet decryption as well. But since there's a need of privacy, and Cloudflare is the leading promoter of privacy, they have come up with something called as encrypted hello, which will basically prevent your even next gen firewalls, at least as of now. It prevents your next gen firewalls to even see which website I'm going to. It will just show you something like I'm going to mozilla.org, which is a famous website, no one is blocking it. But then instead of mozilla.org, I'm probably going to some random hacking website which you don't even see, and the attacker has been using it for hiding their C2 channel. So this is how it works. I'll probably not go into a lot of details here. Yeah, so I think that's it. Any questions for me? Okay, no questions. Yeah, thank you very much. If you have any questions, you can, yeah, either email me or.
What have been the defenses developed against these?
So for the using of cloud, what they okay. So I'll go one by one. For phishing, I'll probably say. Well, I don't think so. There's a defense as of now, unless you are basically going to block Cloudflare, which is going to be detrimental for your employees to even visit internet. So for phishing, I don't have a answer for you. But for other things like VPN, or other things like, encrypted hello, you can still, since the technology is still, uh, growing, you'll probably, it is not implemented on your proxies as of now, so you'll probably be able to block it for some time before detections come into play for these. So the basic answer is, there is no detection as of now. For the C2 channel, yes, there is. So when you do this, there are some few files. These are benign files, but there are some few files created on the disk. So if those files exist on your system, probably you can basically say this system is compromised now. So there are few files in the home directory. That's it. And this is by Microsoft. So I'm thinking probably you'll have to have some custom EDR rules to detect it, because I last tested it on Microsoft 8, ATP, which is anti-threat protection. Then I tested it on Sentinel-1. This is basically going everywhere.
Shantanu, one of the question, like MPA-CDC has a lot of workloads now on cloud.
Sorry?
MPA-CDC, we are like a SI, system integrated, and we ship a lot of workloads on the cloud. And we use the services of hyperscalers, right? So these kind of vulnerabilities are with the application, the workload which are on the cloud, for which the kind of security protocols are not technically with me, because I am technically taking the IaaS, infra as a service. So how to mitigate such things? I mean, or can we direct the CSPs to have these measures in place?
So as I said, I mean, this technology is cloud technology. Cloudflare, Microsoft is everywhere. If you're going to block certain things, I'm probably thinking you're gonna block something on the internet which is used by your employees. So the best way would be to see if, I mean, you can check that why is some let's say a laptop visiting mozilla.org so many times in a day, right? So you can have detections like, an anomaly detection, or you can have some like, why is this guy,
Maybe log analysis in a
log
malware.
analysis would be a way to detect it. But probably, since I heard that it just takes a few hours uh, to have a breach, I don't know what's possible. So there are some detections which if you Google all of this, you'll probably find some detections, but I'm not endorsing them right now, because I don't think those are very realistic. Probably in a few days or a few months, when this become a lot more abused by the threat actors, probably you'll find some detections which you can put in place. But for this one is a little known thing. and so this I've been using for like almost 6 to 7 months. No one detects it, and this is my like easiest way to go to attack any organizations which I'm legally. I mean, so when my company asks me for it, I'm a red teamer, so I just basically do this. This is very easy to do. Yeah, as an initial attack. So
Thank you.
okay, thank you.
Thanks, Shantanu Khandelwal from Singapore. Uh, I hope you have not attacked any MP government establishments yet. So we're all scared of that. So, but wonderful. But this is how technology evolves, and cloud tunneling and other things. A lot of new things we can hear. That is why this kind of events is always important, to know new things, and also how to go to the next level to find ways for that. Thank you so much.